Okay, so the recording stopped a bit and then just continued again. So I can see Mercy. She's actually joining us from. Okay, I can see Mr. Paul joining us from Abuja. You're welcome. I can see King Richard joining us from Ekiti State, land of honor. I like to say the fountain of knowledge. That's my state, my own state right there. Mr. Alugard is joining us from Shagamu. Mr. Blessing from Bombay. Wow, we have someone from the north. And of course, someone from the UK. We are so international. This is just our first convening. Look at us, Mr. Adesegun from the UK. King Amos, you're welcome. We have someone from Father Osi, Joshua, Ogun State, Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. Amazing, amazing. We are an international community, as you can see. Let us celebrate, let us celebrate, let us celebrate. So welcome to the Next Gen Leadership Summit 2025. And this is day 2. Before I ask us to recap for those of us that were here yesterday, I just want to let you know that if you are here on this call, you are lucky, fortunate, and blessed to be on this call. Okay, so we have over 15 of us on this call now, and I just want you to do something we did yesterday. Take a screenshot of your screen right now. Take a screenshot of your screen right now. I want you to copy the link that you used to join the status and put it on your, I want you to copy the link that you used to join this meeting, excuse me, and put it on your status. If you were here yesterday, tell the people what went down yesterday and why they shouldn't miss today's call, okay? So if you are just joining us now, you are not too late. You are in order. If day 2 is your first time, I'm telling you, you are about to be blown away. You are about to be blown away. You are about to be blown away. This is the Next Gen Leadership Summit, and our theme is the power of the visionary youth. Yesterday was our day 1, and we had the amazing Mr. Sam Ashaluwa. Mr. Sam is a leadership expert, and he shared his story with us from from Slum Achievers Foundation to Yali to Ansem, where he went to the United States. And he dropped amazing, amazing nuggets for us that we are yet to get over. And I was about to say to the social media team that I really hope you were taking notes, because those are like nuggets that we are meant to use to create flyers that people need to join us through. Okay, so then we had Mr. Sam Naike, a mass communicator, massive consultant. Name the company he has consulted for them. Over any company it is that you are using that you can think of, almost not to exaggerate, but really his portfolio was amazing. And he talked to us about vision yesterday. He talked to us about how to sustain our vision. It's not gra, but your vision needs to be sustained, okay? Now I've said it's almost all, but I can't really want to say everything. So we have over 20 of us on this call already, and I just want to say a very big thank you for joining us on behalf of the conveners, every partner, every volunteer. Thank you so much for joining us as our guest, our very, very special guest. There is no us. There is really no us without you. Thank you so much. So quickly, I want to give 1 minute each to 2 people that will give us a recap. Someone will tell us what Mr. Sam said. Someone will tell us the amazing things that they really learned from what Mr. Sam Naike said. So who's going to be my number 1? Let me see your hands up. Let me see you signify, and I'll call on you. I want you to just signify, and you'll be called upon. Okay. I can't see any hands up. I don't know what you're thinking about, but when I move on should not be when you now say, I'm ready to speak. Okay, I want to see our hands up. Don't let me call names, because I know some of us I can see some of us that were here on the call yesterday. So don't let me call names. Don't let me have to call you out. Just volunteer yourself. 1 minute, just to talk to us briefly about what you cannot forget from yesterday. That one minute has gone. You need just saying 1 minute. Who's going to raise their hands? If I count 10 seconds and nobody raises their hands, I know who I'm going to call. Don't make me call you. You know yourself. You know I'm about to call you. We have just 2 minutes to do this. By 7:10, we move on. 10, 9, 8, This is my countdown. I'm going to call somebody and the person must speak. 7, 6, 5. Okay, raise your hands now. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Mr. Lugard, sir, you knew I was going to come for you. Please, would you quickly unmute and tell us what stood out to you yesterday from yesterday's session? Mr. Lugard, if you can hear me, you've been called upon, sir.
Okay, and good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I can hear you. Yeah, I joined very late yesterday, but I met Dr. Sam when he was speaking. So what I learned from him yesterday was that leadership is not who follows me. Leadership is who is better because of me.
Amazing. True.
I don't know, did you get what I said?
Yes, I did. You said one thing you heard
Hello.
from him was leadership is not who follows you. It's sorry, it's not who follows you, it's who changed because of you.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, thank you so much. The next person I'll call upon in the next 1 minute is Mercy. I can see Miss Mercy. Miss Mercy, please would you quickly indulge us very quickly what you learned from yesterday?
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
So what I learned from yesterday is it from the two speaker or the one?
Yeah, you can just tell us what stood out to you in yesterday's session.
Okay, so what stood out for me in yesterday's session was the part where Mr. Sam said excellence is refusing to be an average person in a competitive world. So that has been staying in my mind, as it struck my mind actually. And also there was one that the Mr. Sam Nike said. He said recast your vision regularly or it will expire silently. So that's it. Thank you.
Wow, that's powerful. Recast your vision regularly, else it will expire silently. I know when you said that, I remember something Mr. Sam Nike. Actually, we had two Mr. Sams, Mr. Sam Ashalu and Mr. Sam Nike. So you have to specify when you're talking about the two Sams we had. One thing he said was that he plays his audio to himself every single morning. And I can relate to this because I'm an audio visual learner. I discovered that my unique learning architecture is by listening and seeing at the same time. And whatever I see, and whatever I hear, I don't easily forget. And I just imagine how powerful it is when he said that every morning he plays the recording of his vision so that his inner being hears it, his soul hears it, his spirit hears it. That's so powerful. Yesterday's session was amazing. And of course, there's a recording available. So please stay with us till the very end so that you get to know how to secure the recording, just in case this is your first time joining us. So for this amazing session that we've had so far, yesterday and today, what do we say? We say a very big thank you to the convener, Mr. Olufemi Amusa, who we'll be hearing from very shortly. And because of our time, we will not be able to read his bio again, of course, but rest assured that his bio is really an inexhaustible portfolio of visionary excellence and visionary leadership. So I just want you to join your voice together with mine, not necessarily on mute, but you can make use of the comment section to say thank you so much for your investment in us. Thank you so much for putting the NextGen Leadership Summit together. Thank you so much, sir, for doing this. I'm waiting in the comments. It's taking this long because you are typing. You are typing something truly heartfelt and something that is truly, you are communicating your gratitude for yesterday's session and Mr. Olufemi's investment in your life. So I'm waiting. I just want you to write in the comment section. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you, sir. If you were blessed by yesterday, I'm looking at our comments right now. Just say thank you. Just say thank you, sir. We honor you. We see the sacrifices, the late nights, you pulling on your network. I'm not going to introduce him if we don't say thank you. We have to say thank you. We have to say thank you. Please don't let me start calling names. I can't see us. Let's make use of our ends, our emojis, our pluses. Joke says, thank you so much, sir. God bless you for all you do. Thank you so much, sir. You are blessed, sir. Sir, we are truly honored and truly, truly honored to be in this community led by you, a true visionary. And we just want to say that, honestly, we are grateful to God for your life because your life has been a blessing. Mr. Andrew says, thank you so much, sir. Indeed, thank you so much, sir. And while we are saying that thank you, just in case for some reasons yesterday you couldn't fill the feedback form, it's going to appear in the comment section now. Our feedback form is the way that we get to understand how to serve you better. You get to tell us what stood out to you, what you believe could have been done better. Maybe you thought the speakers needed more time. Maybe you thought it should have been good if this happened or that happened. The feedback form, NextGen, please put the feedback form in the comment section right now. For people who were here yesterday, thank you. And I've not filled that form. So please, while you are filling the form, it is time for us to hear for the next 4 minutes, 5 minutes from the true visionary behind this vision. And then we'll be welcoming our very first speaker for the night, JD, Mr. Jesudamilare Adesegun. So before we welcome JD, we want to hear from our visionaries. And now I want to hear from our visionary convener. And now I don't have to beg you. Let me see the energy. This man has kept late nights, strategy meetings, countless sacrifices, investment of money, investment of time, investment of his resources into blessing your life and my life. So please, a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for a doctor in training from Ladoke Akintola University in our midst, our very own convener, visionary leader, Mr. Olufemi Amusa. You're welcome, sir. You have the floor.
Hello. Good, amazing evening to everyone on this call. Thank you so much, guys. So beautiful to see us again. Thank you for showing up yesterday. And also thank you for joining again today. It's really been amazing. I personally learned a lot yesterday. I was just writing, busy, even over the night was just going through some of the things that I wrote, and it's really been amazing. And I'm very sure and more than certain that you also must have been so blessed by the experience and the encounter of the yesterday. And I have no doubt that even today is even going to be much more greater, right? And also the person that will be speaking and addressing us today, or the person that we're going to be instructed by, someone that is so precious to my heart, like I say, mentor, like a father, someone that I've learned personally, directly, from, being so blessed. And I every time I had opportunity to learn from him, it's just a new perspective, new, vistas for me, new instructions, new direction. And I'm very certain that that's exactly the same way it's going to be for everyone on this call this evening again. Just like I mentioned yesterday, I'm going to reiterate that please open up your heart so that you could be instructed, right? This is not the time. I know this is a virtual event, right? And it is very easy to be distracted. You could just easily, be lying down on your bed, and then you place your phone, beside you while you're lazing, and then before you know it, you're already dozed off. And the next time you are going to be awake is maybe 4 a.m. and you see that you are the only one on the call, and you feel like, oh my God. I know that there's potential for that exists on a very large scale. It happens a lot. So, but I want you to minimize every form of distraction. If you are going to commit an hour to this session, let it worth your time. If you are going to commit 30 minutes, let it be 30 minutes and let it worth your time. If you are going to commit 2 hours, let that 2 hours be 2 hours. And then let's see what's going to, let's compare notes after the end of the meeting today. And let's see what is going to shift. I'm very certain that something powerful is going to shift, right? And I assure you, the least you could do for yourself is just to minimize the distraction. Stay somewhere comfortable where you could write, you could listen. If you have a laptop, connect it. If you have AirPods, plug it. If you have AirPods, use that. Do something. Just prepare. And also, please, let's pay attention. And more importantly, immediately after the first session, there's another powerful, information that is going to come on our way, and it's going to be about the NextGen Leadership Network, what we do, how you can be a part of it, how you can be better positioned to also be engaged by NextGen, and also to be aware of some of the other things that we have, that you're going to be the first person to know about it. So while the first session, after the first session, stay on the call. Instruction is coming for you powerfully, and it's going to change you. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. My amazing compare. Yeah, I will end it here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless you, sir. I want to reiterate something he said. He said he knows for certain that something is going to change. And I can tell you, I can tell you that over and over and again that something is going to change. I think Mr. David is already with us. Before I introduce him, read his bio, I just want to say, welcome, sir. We see you. Thank you for honoring our invitation. God bless you, sir. Okay, so yesterday I can tell you that I was sharing that I had an epiphany when Mr. Sam Ashalu was speaking to us, when he said there's this training that Fela Drotoye used to do in this speaker's corner, and it was referencing Fela Drotoye, and I said to him, the same way that he was referencing Fela Drotoye, I have a feeling that is the same way so many people would be referencing him in years to come, about how his presentation yesterday truly changed our lives, because it was power packed. I'm telling you, it was power packed, and you just need to stay to the end of this call to understand how to access the recording to confirm what I'm saying, that yesterday was truly life-changing, momentum shifting, accelerating our speeds and the cadence with which we are already moving and doing things. Honestly, it was just, and Mr. Sam Naike's session was now, oh my God, this was the cherry on top. We could go on and on and on, but we have to move on. So that was our amazing convener. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you, sir. Okay, so if you have truly been blessed by the NextGen Leadership Summit, there is just one thing you probably have not done. NextGen Leadership Summit 2025, this is day 2. And a seed has been sown into your life, which is this event coming to you at no cost. I want to urge you on behalf of the conveners of this conference to take a screenshot right now. Take a screenshot right now. You'll be doing the people in your life a disservice if you are the only one rising alone, if you are only going to the top alone, if you are only going for your goals alone. Someone in your life, someone in your circle, someone in your network, someone in your community, someone in your workplace could be blessed and greatly impacted by the wisdom that is about to be shared by our very own JD very soon. So I said all of that to say that take a screenshot quickly. Take a screenshot very quickly, and then put it on your status, put the link on your status, and give them instructions on how to join us. And by doing that, ladies and gentlemen, you would have sown your seed. In case you are just joining us, I want to warmly and very specially welcome you to the NextGen Leadership Summit 2025. And this is day 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we are set to have an amazing time. And at this juncture of our conference, our summit, it's my immense honor to introduce to you our next speaker, our first speaker and the last speaker for NextGen Leadership Summit 2025. So it's my honor, immense pleasure to introduce him to you. So I'd like to crave your indulgence. I'd like to crave the indulgence of Mr. David to virtually stand while we read his bio. And I'm going to be pulling up his bio here. And I want us to pay attention, because what happens when we understand who is about to speak to us is that we are better positioned to be able to be blessed from their wells. Yes. Mr. Jesudamilare, JD, Adesegun David, is a thought alchemist and community transformation strategist. He's the co-founder and CEO of Innovate Lab, an innovation hub and startup foundry committed to building resilient innovation, ecosystems in underserved university communities, and creating borderless innovative solutions for our communities of all kinds. Through Kyola, he works with bold and visionary founders to build timeless brands and digital experiences for their audiences. Through Cognise, again, a flagship product of the lab's startup foundry, JD is helpful to overturn the product knowledge deficit of Africa Since 2018, ladies and gentlemen, it will interest you to know that 10,000 people, including government officials, professionals, educators, and students, have been equipped through this with critical and creative thinking skills and strategies. He's also the co-founder of Children That Change the World, a non-profit focused on leveling playing field for children. He earned a degree in agronomy in 2011 and became a Teach with Africa Fellow, South Africa, in 2015. Trying to manage my time, but this is quite a bio we have here. He's an ecosystem leader. He has resourced and mentored hundreds of entrepreneurs and tech talents through collaborations with local and global organizations, including Eridon Group, Students Build, GDG, Startup Grind, Alt Foundation, GIZ, Atos, and Impact Hub, amongst others. He also sits on the board of several reputable organizations, including Spring NG, Literary Society, Striving for Greatness, EdTech Initiative, and Deep Space. In pursuit of work that enables human flourishing and virtuous value creation, he recently completed the Praxis Academic course on Redemptive Business, a program by Praxis Lab, New York, USA. Wow, are we not blessed? He is married to Temitayo, and they are blessed with 3 boys and 1 girl. Excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen of the leadership, NextGen Leadership Summit 2025. If your virtual ends and your physical ends are not too busy, please make welcome with me our first speaker for tonight, Mr. Jesudamilare Adesegun, aka JD. You're welcome, sir. We honor you, sir. Thank you for honoring our invitation. You have the floor, sir.
Hello everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir.
Oh, great. Okay. So let's see. Good. I just want to confirm something. So, can you hear me again? Can you hear me right now?
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir.
All right, great. So apparently I've been having some internet issues. Very interesting time to be having that right now. So I don't know if that will allow me to put on my video. I could just maybe turn on my video for a bit so you see my face, you know that it's not an impersonator, right? So yeah. So it's not an impersonator, it's actually me, okay? But I'm going to turn off my video just to ensure I conserve bandwidth, as it were. So it's such a joy to be with us, and congratulations to Femi for this amazing work that he's doing, and to the entire team that has put this together. I'm so proud of you guys, you know, because I mean it's to build a team, to build a group, and then to lead a group is not child's play. So I want to appreciate the entire Next Gen Leadership Network team, right? The leadership, and then all the volunteers, and you know, all of that. Um, Glad to know that yesterday's session was very great, and particularly because you know this summit is themed the power of visionary youth, right? Young people as active agents of nation building. That's a very amazing theme, particularly the idea that youth can be powerful when they're visionary, and you know how youth can actually become involved as agents of nation building. All right. So my session, my particular session, I'm just going to be kind of like sharing things with you from my heart. Um, and it's interesting because I've made some posts on my WhatsApp today that kind of like um was paying homage to some men that really helped me at some critical points in my journey, particularly between 2009 and 2012. Right. So um My topic is awakening the vision, redefining youth leadership for national transformation. Awakening the vision, redefining youth leadership for national transformation. All right. So, yeah, I would like to maybe reframe that topic into vision boarding action, right? Like vision boarding action. And that's the title of a book that actually changed my life in 2009, right? It was written by a professor of organic chemistry called Zachariah Stanley, right? And I wrote that book, and that book basically was a game changer for me, right? It was a game changer. And so when the topic awakening the vision is staring me in the face, um, I'm seeing I'm seeing myself about 16 years ago, right? And I'm seeing myself like sitting with that book on a certain day when I was trying to figure out a way to resolve a heartbreak, right? So I had experienced a heartbreak, and I was going to go speak to God about it, right? And and you know, and it was in the course of trying to figure that out that I found the book. And it's interesting that, before the end of that day, I'd forgotten that I was trying to resolve a heartbreak. I just realized that my life needed direction and greater meaning, right? I mean, by all standards, people who knew me as at that time would have said my life really had meaning. But there are levels of meaning that a person's life can actually step into, right? So, vision boarding action. So, how do we awaken vision? How do we awaken vision? How do we awaken vision? Vision is usually the 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 scene, the scene of what could be, the scene of what could be. So vision is usually tied to ideal states. What what is that? And that's why vision in itself is not enough. You must now have burden, right? So you can have vision, but if you don't have burdens, you most likely just stay with that ideal state, and you'll be a very frustrated person. But then, if you have a vision and then you have a burden, like you have actually like given yourself two things that help you be grounded, and those two things now lead to action, right? So vision is actually the scene of the ideal state. So, for instance, when we talk about youth leadership or national transformation, the first question is, what is the ideal Nigeria that you see? Right? I mean, we're speaking about this in our context. What is the ideal Nigeria that you see? That's the big question. If somebody were to tell you right now, write a 2-page like executive, how much vision you have, it's very essential. Exposure in the sense of reading, exposure in the sense of traveling, exposure in the sense of seeing documentaries. How many people have seen The Men Who Built America? How many people have seen that documentary series, The Men Who Built America? If you have seen it, you can, like indicate in the chat if you've seen it. The Men Who Built America. All right, I see Toby says he has seen it. Joshua has seen it. That's Tifer, David, Israel. Great. Okay. So different people actually have seen The Men Who Built America. One of the things that tells you is that, like, the countries we actually celebrate today did not start from where they are present. Some people actually envisioned a better state of living, a better way of living. I mean, obviously, there are other things within the documentary series that I mean, like, they are not the best things for anybody to emulate, but kind of like showed us that, like, America itself had to figure things out. So if I go to America today and I see their architecture, I see how strong their buildings are, or I see like infrastructure, or I see how they actually like respect their military and their security apparatus, or if I see how they pay attention to like the greening of the environment, how they have lawns, well kept lawns, and all of that. If I see, for instance, like order, with all the street lights, so like vehicles kind of like move with better direction and all of that. If I see all of that, what does it do to me? It begins to give me a picture of what Nigeria could be. I begin to see that, oh wow, like they don't have two heads, right? These people don't have two heads. If they don't have two heads, it means that actually Nigeria could be like this. So I begin to think about it. You see, some of their secondary schools are better designed and better built than than some of our universities. I mean, like the indoor sports complex of some of their secondary schools are far better than some of the states sports complex we have in Nigeria. And the question is, they don't have two heads. So when you actually like want to catch now, visions are actually like a product of the pictures you see, whether inside or outside. But typically, you can't generate visions without context. I need to say that again. You can't generate visions without context. If you don't have an idea, right, that there are birds in the air, there is no way you can imagine that a device or an equipment or a technology could exist that could fly in the air, because you've never seen anything flying in the air before. So the limit of your vision is the limit of what you are exposed to. The limit of your vision is the limit of what you're exposed to. In essence, if you, for instance, had never heard of, let's say, maybe a Dangote or something. If you have never heard of a Dangote, who built a refinery that is now like supplying like Nigeria's oil needs, petrol needs, like it would be almost difficult to conceive, right, that you could actually like supply the entire nation with something like let me see what I could use. Could supply the entire nation with something like gas, or you could supply the entire nation with something like a certain kind of juice, right? But the fact that there is one man who has built this large refinery that is actually serving the entire nation makes you feel like this is actually possible. So it's possible to have another product or another service that can actually serve the entire nation. The fact that you've seen an example helps to congeal your vision. It helps you to see what's ideal, what's possible, right? The same way, like supernaturally, you can actually have visions. So God can plant a vision in your heart. But usually, interpretation of visions that God plants in the heart of a man is dependent on the exposure the man has. Because God can show you, let's say something like, God can show you the chemical formula for whatever, maybe a magic product. When I say magic, or a wonder product, a product that could actually do a lot of things. For instance, imagine that we have a material that you can use to build roads that will not break down for 50 years. No matter how you pour it, no matter how weak it might look like at the beginning, it will never break apart for 50 years. Imagine that. And imagine that it's something that you can actually achieve within the space of 2 weeks. Like you can actually construct maybe 100 kilometers of road in 2 weeks because of this new product. But you were shown in a dream. You were shown chemical formulas. But if you have no greed for chemical formulas, you might wonder that, what kind of dream did I have? Like, I mean, the dream did not make sense. So for people, the limit, the horizon of the vision is the horizon of the exposure. And that's why you need to actually be intentional about how you curate your life. Somebody walked up to me yesterday and said, I really love your newsletters. I love your newsletters so much especially because of the curated gems. So there is a portion of my newsletters that is called curated gems. And basically I look for links that talk about different things, a wide variety of things that could just open up new possibilities, new vistas of thought to people. Because as you get exposed to these things, you suddenly see that, oh, this is actually possible. Oh, that's possible. Oh, that's possible. Oh, okay, that's also possible. Right? So what I'm saying is vision is a picture of an ideal state of possibilities that is influenced by the exposure of the one who is actually like having the visions, of the one who is trying to steward the vision. Your exposure is very important. Your exposure, and that's why events like this really help. Events like what happened yesterday. I know some people left. We had the documentary of the assembly yesterday, and I've seen people, like give feedback and say, "Wow!" Like when when we saw your story and the story of the assembly, it's only made us realize that if we obey, like we're going to actually like be able to achieve the things God has put in our hearts. Some people, for them, it is like possibilities have opened up. They're like, oh, okay, if this can happen, hmm, it means that other things can happen. Like the fact that I'm in Oyo town, or I'm in Elisha, or I'm in Abuja, or I'm in Lagos, does not limit me. Actually, it means that all I need is to have a picture. So I was speaking with a young man from Covenant University. So he was asking me a question and all of that. And I'm like, the vision on your inside must be strong enough that you can impose it on what you see on the outside. And that's it. Like, um, I mean, when growing up, I wasn't born into a rich family, but I'm glad because I had access to quality books, quality books, quality books, quality books. I read a lot of Reader Digest books. I read popular science. I read I saw a lot of, I mean, back in the day, I saw a lot of, Discovery Channel. I mean, like, so I was exposed to quite a number of things. I mean, this was all the Discovery Channel was later when I was in high school. But when I was in primary school, into secondary school, I had access to, books. I had access to um, being in places that kind of like increase the vista of the possibilities in my heart. Then I went to Warri to school, and Warri also like expanded, like what was possible. Then I got into a library called Educate Trust. That also increased. So, and then I had access to different libraries where I read different books, and they kept increasing the pictures of what was possible. So when we're starting Moving Lab, my company, for instance, I read a lot about CC Hub. I read a lot about iHub. I saw videos about them, and they kind of like gave me pictures of what was possible. So again, I'm trying to say the first thing is your exposure determines the level or the limits of your vision. Your exposure determines the levels or the limits of your vision. So if you're reading about people of faith, people of exploits, people of like courage, it does something to you also. It shows you pictures of possibilities. Now, when you have seen the possibilities, this is where many people fail. Number two is you must go and generate burdens. You must go get burdens. Burdens are the how do I the internal motivation akin to pressure that make you know that you can't afford not to see the vision manifested. And usually, burdens are in relation to people and not yourself. Visions are in relation to yourself, what you see, the possibilities, you see, the big picture. But burdens come from the people. So, how do you generate burdens? It is by identifying with the people you are trying to help. A lot of people want to help, but they don't identify. A lot of people want to help, but they don't identify. You want to help students who are struggling, but you have never maybe like stayed with those people long enough to really understand how painful it can be to struggle. If you're very intelligent, you can say, oh, I have a vision to help people, be as intelligent as I am. But you might not know anything about the psychological effects of failure on people because you've never been there before. But by interacting with people who have been there, you can begin to have a sense of what it really means. Like you can build out an entire sort of like map of the painfulness of failure. For instance, number one, so look at this analogy. So I'm going to try to paint a map very quickly. Imagine I'm trying to solve the issue of failure among students. The first is, if a person fails, they take a hit on their self-esteem. Their self-esteem takes a hit. That's number one. Number two, if a person fails, the teacher in whose class that person is may have tried all their best for the person to pass, but yet the person failed. The teacher is going to feel some level of pain. Now, why did this person fail in my class? Now, obviously, there are some teachers or lecturers that actually want people to fail. So they're a category. But then there are some that really want their students to pass or their pupils to pass. But when the pupils fail, it affects them personally. Some of them go back home and they can't eat for that day. Some of them go back home and they begin to ask themselves, they begin to question themselves, like, am I really sure I'm doing any good thing? Like, yeah, people pass, but look at the number of students that failed. That's number two. Number three, the parents. Do you know the kind of dent it can be for parents to have two children that passed and one that failed? It is psychological pain, it's emotional pain. Again, you think about some parents who are really putting all the resources into their child passing, and then the child fails. Then they have to start thinking of where to raise the money for the next form they have to pick. Then another thing is that they might have been expecting that, okay, when this child is done with school, I will not have any burden, any financial burden anymore. So by the failure of that child, an extra year is already added to what they have to think about. If a child fails, what does that do to the child? What does that do to the community? What does that do to the nation? For instance, the nation also experiences its own share of pain when they say, oh, out of the 500,000 people that wrote JAM, oh, 200,000 failed. It was only 150,000 that even like barely got the cutoff. Then another, like those statistics are also part of the things that are fallouts from failure. If you have never really taken time to get immersed in what the pain of the people you're trying to help, in what their pain looks like, then you will hardly have a burden. You hardly have a burden. Yes, you will do things based on it, but at the moment, at the sight of the first resistance, you will most likely disappear, because it is burdens that sustain you when you are in between the vision as a dream and the vision as an actualized reality. It is burdens that cause you to wake up. It is the burdens. It is the sense of, no, I can't let these people down. I tell you the truth. I remember that what changed. Yeah, I've been having a very great sense that yes, I was meant to stay in Ogbomoso, I was meant to work in Ogbomoso and all of that. But what really changed the story for me was one day that I took a walk, I took a long walk from Caretaker, around Caretaker in Ogbomoso. I took that walk to Stadium. And as I was walking, I was instructed to be looking at the faces of the people in the city of Ogbomoso and to try to enter into their shoes and their pains. And then I'll see women by the roadside roasting corn. I'll see some roasting plantain. I'll see some who were selling pepper. I'll see their children who should be in school sitting around them, helping them to blow the corn on the fire. I'll see young men laboring in the sun, trying to remove the rim from a tire. They were working with the vulcanizer. I was seeing that. They were sweating. I was seeing all of that, and it was like, no, life can be better than this. No, this is not the ideal life. No, there is more. There is more. And that was like an awakening that whatever it is I was doing in my office, or I mean in my life, because this was before even Innovate Lab started, that whatever it is that I was doing with my life in Ogbomoso, I had to touch people at the grassroots. So when we work now, one of our major goals is how do we ensure that this trickles down to the grassroots? It changes the lives of those at the grassroots. At this point, we have still not really gotten to the grassroots. So the burden is still strong within my heart. That, oh yeah, like, Ogbomoso becomes a model city. People come from all over the world to see Ogbomoso, to enjoy it and all of that. But if you're peasants, if those at the bottom of the pyramid, are still in squalor. I mean, if you go to Lagos on the third mainland bridge, if you cast your eyes to the right side as you're driving towards the island, you will see houses on stilts, houses in the slums of Makoko, and just across from them are the high rises, the luxurious hotels. That is not how life should be. Squalor and poverty should not comfortably sit beside opulence, and it does not move the people that see these things on a daily basis. Are you following me? Let me know if you're following me. Okay. Okay, I see some people. All right. I see some people. All right. So you must, I call that principle creative empathy. Creative empathy helps you to build burdens. Creative empathy helps you to feel burdened for the people you're called to serve. You cannot say you are serving teenagers and you're trying to get them to, what's it called? To preserve their body, to have dignity and all of that. And you don't go and sit with the parents of teenagers who have missed it. Let's hear the pain in the words of the parents. Let that pain sink into you. Let it be that any day you want to give up, you will remember the mother saying, I wish there was someone like you that had risen up before my daughter got into that relationship that made her pregnant at the age of 14. I wish there was someone like you. I wish there was someone like you at that point in time. Let yourself go into such spaces to hear such stories so that something will be built on your inside. That when every other person is giving up, because let me tell you the truth. When you are still young like this, you may not have many options. But as you keep growing in what you are doing, options will begin to show up for you. You begin to see how easy it is to travel abroad. And I'm saying this, right? Not that you should not travel abroad if you have to, but I'm saying this that there are many people who have abandoned the visions they were shouting about when they were on campus, when they graduated from school. They were very vocal people. They were like, we'll change this Nigeria, we'll transform Nigeria. And then after 3 years, because of the same we'll change Nigeria, they got invited into fellowship programs and all of that. They took their first trip abroad and they saw, wow, come on now, come on. The next thing they just tell us is, oh boy, I'm already applied to one university, or now I'm already in UK, I'm already in Canada. You see, if there is no tangible body, the first experience of comfort you experience, the first experience of options you experience, you will just disappear. I'm telling you. People sometimes ask me questions like, wait. You do with all the trips you have made. I mean, at least I've traveled a bit. I've traveled to many countries in Africa, at least to a number of countries in Africa. I mean, Rwanda there, if I wanted to uproot my life in Ogbomoso and move to Rwanda, it's something I could do within 3 months and I will have moved. Right? Rwanda. South Africa. The same. Yeah, I've been in France, I've been in the US multiple times. I mean, it's something that could easily. I remember somebody was telling me that, JD, you should actually apply for the UK talent visa, global talent. I said, I'm not interested. So why do I need it? I don't. Right? He said, oh, because of your children. I said, my children don't even need that stuff. We don't need it. Right? We don't need it. And I was like, oh, well, you see, why don't you? Interestingly, this same person, I was the one, he was already in the UK, but he was on another visa in the UK. I was the one who wrote a recommendation for him. He had to do some work with Innovate Lab, right, virtually. Then I wrote a recommendation for him for the UK Global Talent Visa, and he got the visa. I mean, I wrote the recommendation for him, and he got the visa, right? I helped him to structure his how he should approach, his recommendation letters, and then I wrote one for him. And then it was like, oh, maybe you should do the H1B in the US, like exceptional talent visa, like the things you are capable of. I'm like, no, the world will come to where we are. We are not here because we don't have a choice. We are here because there's a burden driving us. That's why we are here. We're here because we have seen a vision of what's possible, and there's a burden driving us. There's a burden, there's a strong body. There's a strong body driving us. That's, I tell you, if you want to see national transformation, that's what it is. Those who go abroad, right? And I'm saying this, it's again, let me give the caveat, it's not bad to go abroad, but usually the real convictions of a person's heart are revealed when options become available. A lot of times, as I've said, the reason why many people say, oh, we will do this, we'll do that, is because they don't have options yet. The day the options present themselves, that's when we know who truly has convictions and bodies, right? Some people will tell you that, oh, the reason why I'm going to the US or the UK or Canada is so that I can begin to send money back home. Like, all the projects we want to do, I will send money back home. Ask them how much they've sent since they left. Ask them how much they've sent. Those in Nigeria who may not even be any more than them have used more resources to do more things than those people. So I'm just trying to say that if you don't have a burden, when options come, you just get diverted, distracted. But if you have to maybe go anywhere because of how your life should be, if a burden is truly in your heart, we will know, because you will put your money where your mouth is. You put your money where your mouth is. Imagine that somebody decides and says, I have a serious vision to actually see primary education transformed in Nigeria. And because of that, I want to see primary education transformed in Nigeria. I want to see primary education transformed. And the person goes maybe for a master's or PhD in the US. And do you know the interesting thing is that if you go for a PhD in the US, particularly when you actually have a graduate assistantship and all of that, and you have a scholarship and then you have a graduate assistantship or a teaching assistantship, you get paid. Hey, do you know that it is possible that because of the burden that is still burning inside of you, if you are the one who actually goes for your PhD that way, or you go for maybe a program, or you relocate or whatever, you can intentionally say that I'm going to live on just 40% of my income for the next 3 years. I will live on only 40%. 60% goes back to drive the vision that I have. 60%. I tell you, if we see people like that, more people like that who carry burdens, you will see transformation happen in no time. But what usually happens again is this. And see, me, I'm being frank with you. I'm not here to sugarcoat things and just get you excited. No, I'm trying to let you know what the stakes are. If you actually will see national transformation, if you see national transformation, you have to know what the stakes are. Those who are destroying our nation are pumping resources for that destruction to take place. In fact, I was on a trip with somebody, and he was sharing with me yesterday that there's one particular guy who has been building his political career step by step, building it step by step. He's in Nigeria building his political career, but he has sent about 15 guys to the UK, to Canada for master's degrees, for higher degrees. He has sent them so that they will, first of all, build strong financial bases in those places. Then they will come back. They will start coming back to start taking political appointments. They will start contesting for, imagine that one person has sponsored 15 people to go to the UK to go and get education, to get degrees, but with the picture that we are going to come into the political system and we'll begin to take up space in National Assembly or State Assembly. Unfortunately, this person is a very cunning person. So it means that guy is putting his money where his mouth is. The money he has used to sponsor 15 people to the UK, he could have used it to buy a fleet of cars. He could have used it to buy houses and take care of himself. But you can see that even though he has bad motives, he's putting his money where his mouth is. Without burdens, you will only speak of glowing things, and yet you will not give it the required sacrifice without burdens. Without burdens. So I talked about vision. Vision is the possibilities, the ideal, what is branded in your heart because of your exposure, because of what you see is wrong and what needs to be done. Then burden comes by you getting immersed in understand. Because one of the questions I ask myself is, if not I, who? If not I, who? If not I, who? I am uniquely configured to tackle the problems I'm tackling. I am uniquely configured to tackle the problems I'm tackling. Right? And so I know that if I decide to think of myself alone, I can't count the number of lives that will be jeopardized because of that. I can't count. I can't count actually. Because even with the little we have done so far, we have seen many lives saying that it was because they came in contact with us that their lives changed dramatically. We have seen people who said they got on the Lead with JD Telegram page and their lives were radically reshaped. We have people who said, oh, they listened to me at the LinkedIn local Nigeria, and something shifted in their lives. And you are wondering, I mean, what if I had just chosen my own comfort and my children's and my wife's comfort, my family's comfort? If it was just my comfort and my family's comfort, I mean, like, I don't think there is any country that would not be eager to welcome me. And all of these things are a product of packaging and branding. I mean, there's a way to begin to brand myself and put out content that before you know it, they will try to snap me up. Like, I mean, that's very easy. I know about PR very well, but I don't do it, right? What am I trying to say? I'm trying, like, the bulk of the things I do does not even make its way to social media. Like, more recently, like, if you go on my Facebook, my Instagram, my LinkedIn, they are very dry. They are very scanty things that I share. Not because there are not many things to share. I mean, I was in the US last month, and I was with the founder of YouVersion. I put it on my WhatsApp status. It was just one of those things. Okay, yeah, I was the founder of my of YouVersion. But if I was looking for buzz, if I was looking for people, I would have put it on Instagram, put it on LinkedIn, put it on, put it on Facebook, say, put it on Twitter, say, I'm excited to announce that, and I was not there as somebody it does not recognize. Like, I am actively involved with the work in Nigeria and globally. What am I trying to say? That is one thing you can blow your trumpet about again and again and again. But I'm not interested. Except it will support the cause of this burden in my heart. I'm not interested. I had a meeting in Lagos not too long ago, an exclusive meeting. I invited about 17 creatives. The Bamiloye children were there. Damilola, Joshua, and Dara Simi. Like, they were there. Other creatives, Dr. Sheyo Bimbe, like different people were there. But when did I share the picture? The picture that I even shared has no context. I didn't see anything. I didn't see that I was the one that put the meeting together. But I mean, like, Lagos Continental Hotel, the amount to rent a room in that place is massive. The amount spent to host that event was in the millions, multi-millions. But, like, there is nothing being talked about, being announced. Like, sometimes, like, it's maybe weeks after I've done something, I could just put something, and usually there's hardly any context. Why am I saying this? Why am I saying this to you? I'm saying this to let you know that when options show up, if you don't have a burden, you would actually, like, deny the vision you used to see or you said you saw. You would deny it. You will say that, oh, it was the days of ignorance. We were just, it was youthful exuberance. We were just, everybody was doing it. So we also felt we should also do something like that. That's what it feels like. That's what it will feel like. Right? But really, 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 if you are not if you give up on the vision that you have seen, what will happen to the lives that should be transformed because of you? What will happen to all the people that their lives should be changed, that they should have a brighter future, that they should have clarity, that they should have better health, right? That they should have, better lives? What will happen to them? What will happen to the hundreds, the thousands, the tens of thousands, the hundreds of thousands, the millions, the tens of millions, the hundreds of millions, the billions? What will happen to them? Burden helps you recognize that having put myself in the shoes of these people, I cannot ditch them. When our health was started recently, Peter and Shemia, when they did the first set of Akbawe, they did the first set of distributions of the PHCs. And one of the PHCs that we went to said something, some of their staff said something, said, "You are the very first people that promised us and came back. Every other person that ever came here and said they will come and do something never came back. You are the very first set of people." They were shouting, "You are the first, you are the first." And it struck me deeply. Like, that thing created even greater burden in my heart. But wait, do we understand the lives that are lost just because of people not coming to the grassroots, people not identifying with the people they are trying to serve? Do we know the reason why our politicians in Nigeria are the way they are is because they are far removed from reality. If you are in some certain SUVs, you won't even know their portal, because the SUVs have very strong suspensions. They have very strong suspensions, like their what's it called? What do they call? Shock absorbers are very strong. They are top-notch shock absorbers. So you hardly feel anything, and then everything is tinted. All the glasses are tinted, so they don't even see people with clarity. They don't see people for who they are. So they see everything through a filter. That's why they are so far removed. Even those that used to be poor before, the moment they step into it and they dissociate from where they came from and all of that, they begin to act like there are no problems in the nation. That's it. Jesus Christ, the Bible said that he became flesh and dwelt amongst us. He moved into the neighborhood. In essence, you cannot develop and sustain burdens if you are far removed from the people you are meant to serve. You cannot. You cannot. All right. I'm going to end there and go to the last one. Action. When you've seen the visions of possibilities and you have gotten yourself into the right spaces that cook the burden in your heart, there's no way you won't move. There's no way you won't move. And your movement will be the movement of a man on a mission. It will be the intentional movement of a woman on a mission. Everybody around you will be like, "Why are you taking life too serious? You are still young." They won't know that you are a person on a mission. You see the goal before you and you are pushing towards it. Nigeria can be transformed. I tell you the truth. Yes, it might not look like it immediately. It might still seem like we're looking at the macro. But I tell myself every time, if I have 20 of myself in every local government in Nigeria, Nigeria will be transformed. In 10 years, Nigeria will be transformed. So that's one of my work right now. That's one of my burdens. How can I multiply myself? And that's one of the reasons why I give time to sessions like this, because ordinarily, I could say that I don't have the time, because really, 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 I am the most occupied that I've ever been in my life, right now. So I could have just told Femi, I was saying, "No, I can't be available." And he can't take offense with me. It is what it is, right? Or somebody invites me and says, "Sir, please come to our event, come and speak." And I go there. I spend 1 hour. You know what I could achieve within that 1 hour? Like making some calls, or, like reading something, or, designing a strategy document, right? But I realize how important it is to pass on this heritage to other people, to pass on this same sight, this same vision to other people, so that they also will take ownership. That was why I decided to be at LinkedIn Local Nigeria. I was meant to be in the US at that time, actually. So I moved my trip. I was meant to travel to the US in September, late September. So I decided to, move my trip to later in October so I could be at LinkedIn local so that I could set that fire in the hearts of some people, right? That you can be unreasonable. You can be an unreasonable visionary. Whereas everybody is taking the easy way. Everybody's taking the easy path. You choose and you say, no, no. I was not made for mean things. I was not made for average things. I was not made for small things. I was made to tackle the biggest challenges that every other person is running away from. Look at, they were in the valley of Elah, and Goliath had been taunting Israel for 40 days and 40 nights. And all of them were running into hiding. Those who were supposed to be the soldiers. But a young boy came. A young boy came. He came to the valley to drop food for his brothers. But when he heard what was going on, he said, wait, what's going on here? Who is this guy? Who is this uncircumcised Philistine? Oh, I'm going to take him down. And then his brother was telling him that, why are you being naughty? Like, you have come again with your naughtiness. Like, is this what you were sent to do? And then he replied, the brother, is there no cause? Is there no cause? Is there no reason why I came here at this point? Is there no reason why I'm alive at this point? Is there no reason why I'm alive at this point? Is there no reason why these things have been shown to me? Is there no reason why my heart feels a second way when I actually consider these problems that people are facing? Is there no reason? And then he brought down Goliath. And that victory became the salvation of an entire nation. You also can be the salvation of Nigeria. You are not too young. I tell you the truth. You are not too young. You are not too young. You are not too young. See, don't be caught up in the vibes. Don't be caught up in the vibes. There are people that get caught up in the vibes, and soon all their lives becomes about vibes, about pictures, about all of the things all the pictures. They soon become experts at content creation. They stop pushing the things that even made them come into the limelight in the first place. They stop pushing the things that made them get known in the first place. No. That's why your relationship with the media must be a measured relationship. Because there are many people now that all they do is apply for grants. They've mastered how to apply for grants. And now it is optics that they do. It is optics. They've lost touch with the real problems they were trying to solve. Now they sit in all the fancy offices. They never get to touch the people they are trying to, help. So once in a while, they now go on field trip. Once in a while, they go and they take many pictures with all the people they are trying to help. And then they put it on social media and say, oh, you see, like the work is still continuing and all of that. No. They've lost touch. It has now become about them. But because they've already built a name and a track record, it still keeps getting funds attracted to them. Don't be those kind of people. Don't be those kind of people. Don't make the solving of a problem a means to your own end. Don't how do I go? Don't commodify people's pains to actually to sort out your own life. Don't commodify people's pains. Don't commodify people's challenges. Are you following me? Don't commodify people's challenges. Be true. Let your intents and your motivations remain true. That's why I always advocate for a circle of investigators. People that will hold themselves accountable. You know how we started. You know this is why we started. And they keep you on your toes. They ensure that you don't come with one kind of flimsy thing to bobo them. They will tell you that, sorry, you know us. We see beyond all these facades, right? We know what is going on. This is what's actually going on. And then you can be sincere with them and say, for real. You have caught me. All right, so I'm wrapping up and saying that vision, burden, action. That's what we need for the transformation of Nigeria. Don't just have a vision of possibilities and what's the ideal. Step into the realm of burdens. Let your heart be burdened. Let it create sleepless nights for you sometimes. And you see, it is in the place of burdens that you have also discovered that some of the problems you want to solve are beyond you. So you have to cry to God. You have to reach out to God to help you. You have to reach out to God to help you. You just discover that some of these things have been entrenched for generations. And then you come and then within 2 years want to dismantle. Yes, it is possible to dismantle in 2 years when God is involved. And then action. Take action. The way I see it is take action in stages. Yoruba say ibi pelebe lati moleje, meaning that you start eating moi moi anyway. Nowadays, now people put moi moi inside milk tins and they put inside nylon. So So that proverb is no longer as true as it used to be. But back in the day when moi moi was inside leaf, right? Was inside leaves. So it will always be flat at one point. So they say start from the flat part, start from that part. That's the same way. Start with the immediate, start with what you can see, but the vision is global. The vision is universal. The vision is gigantic. But you start from the little one. You start from the one person. You start from the 5 people. You start from the 10. Yes, you get to the billions, but start from the 2. Start from the 3. And build strength, build greater strength of conviction, build a track record. Why was David able to take down Goliath and convince Saul that I could take down Goliath? He said, your servant is a shepherd, and he was with the sheep of his fathers in the desert, in the wilderness. And one day a lion came and tried to take a lamb. Said, I ran after it, caught it, and tore it. He said the same thing, a bear came and I did the same thing to it. He said, that's the same way I will do to this. That's the same thing I will do to this uncircumcised Philistine. He had a track record where nobody was seeing it. Build a track record. It's not everything you need a ring light for. Build track records that nobody even knows about. Build track records. Build. And then grow in audacity. That if I'm able to do one, the same faith I used to do one can be used to do 100. The same faith I used to do 100 can be used to do 1,000. That's the same. That's it. So I'm going to stop here. I hope I've been able to help you to a significant level, kind of like, arrive at this sense of what it takes to transform our nation as young people. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. NextGen Leadership Summit. If you are not erupting in an applause, I really don't know what you are doing right now. If you are not saying thank you, you should be saying thank you. Thank you so much, sir. That was power pack. We see why you are highly sought after conference speaker. From LinkedIn Local Nigeria to lead to launch, the recent conference you've been doing. Because frankly, I was on your page, and as you said, you are actually quite booked and busy, but you made time for us. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you for honoring the invitation, and thank you for such a masterclass grade delivery. Thank you so much, sir. One of the things that stood out to me when he was speaking was he said, you have to generate burdens. You have to generate burdens. The second thing that stood out to me is that people are really, in fact, disconnected from the people that they are trying to serve. Let's say you are trying to serve students that have failed. Let's say you are trying to serve students that are misaligned in the courses they are studying in the university. Have you listened to them? Have you interviewed them? Have you heard their burdens? Have you heard from them? Thank you so much, sir. When he was speaking, I was going through I was just letting myself go through the people in this call, and I saw some recognized faces. And I just want to say the caliber of visionary leaders for the next generation on this call is really mind-blowing. And I'm truly honored to be your host. My name is Jesudamilare, and I'm honored to be your compere for tonight. And in case you are just joining us, this is the NextGen Leadership Summit 2025, Day 2. So right now, very quickly, before we would release our speaker, we want to take questions, because definitely we have to have burning questions in our hearts for him. Yes, someone that has a vision so large, a burden so heavy that he moved his USA trip a month away so that you'll be able to make time to transfer the burdens, because he understood that if there are just 20 of him in different sectors, things will be different in this country. So this is the person that you're about to dig and draw from his wells right now. So you're about to ask him the question. Okay, I can see Treasure's end. You want to unmute? All right. Okay. Okay, so
Thank you.
all right. You have the floor.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks so much, Mark, for the question. Thank you so much, sir, for the insightful session. We really appreciate it, sir. I have a question, and when we were talking, you mentioned that some people idealize the media, and for everything they do, they always post it online. And we also have another school of thought that talks about showcasing your brand building your brand, but everything you do, you should always have a documentary that to show people your progress. So I just wanted to ask, how do we balance these two thoughts, sir?
All right. Good question there. So the thing for me is media is that's why I said your interaction with media must be measured. Must be measured. It must be the media as a way to put you in a loop based on so let me say for instance, if you put out a picture today and you have a lot of engagement, one of the things that will most likely happen is the what do they call that what they call the is it the hormone or something like that, whatever it is, it's kind of like the
Dopamine.
dopamine, yeah. So the dopamine rush actually gets you to want to kind of like put another stuff online, and then you keep putting. One of the things I've seen is that there is great tendency that you start losing touch with the real thing you are pursuing, and then you start pursuing the dopamine rush of the engagement that is virtual. That thing is what I'm actually like warning against. Get the work done. Media can support you. Media is meant to amplify your voice, but ensure that it does not replace the work that is to be done. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if you actually observe, a time comes when, except you are in the media space, a time comes when you get too engrossed in the work, particularly if you are doing the work, that you don't even have time for the media. And so you might have to get people to help you do that, right? But if you have somebody who locks in, so let me give you a very good example. If you have somebody, I usually say this. I said I was off social media for 5 years. I was off social media from 2009, 2014, late 2014. And what I came into in those 5 years, I can be very certain that the reason why a lot of people see that I speak about things different from a lot of my contemporaries is because of the things I found in those 5 years of not being on social media. So I was not consuming the things my contemporaries were consuming. I was not involved in the arguments they were involved in. I was reading books from old times, right? And so it shaped. Now I have paid the price, or I have paid my dues. Let me use that word, paid my dues. If I decide to start amplifying myself on social media right now, to be sincere, it does not distract me from the work I have to do because I have locked in. Like there is the distinction between the two is so clear in my own heart, it's so clear in my mind. But it might not be as clear in a younger person's heart. It might not be as clear. You can easily mistake what's going on social media for the work that is being done on the ground. For the work that is being done on the ground. For the yeah. Let me just leave it at that. If you've gotten any clarity, it's not me saying don't use media, but it is you having a very measured relationship with it, where it does not replace the real on the ground work you should be doing. And again, let me tell you the truth. They usually say this statement: go outside and touch grass. We might do a lot on social media and just realize that when we actually now get into the environment where we live, we'll be shocked at how almost insignificant that impact has been. Like when we interact with people around us, we discover that wow, like, so what have I been doing as well? Where's the impact? Where's the transformation happening? Like on the ground. That's what I'm saying. On social media, do what you have to do, but ensure that on the ground, in the midst of people you should be serving, they see the impact of what you're doing in their lives. It's not a diffuse thing. Yeah, so I'll just hope that has answered you, Treasure.
Yes, thank you so much. And so that was a very comprehensive answer. And I really could say a lot about this social media thing, but God will just continue to help us. Quickly, we have to take Joanna or Joanna. I hope I got the pronunciation. To be Joanna. Your hand is up, so you can unmute.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Sarah. Thank you, JD. Such a very insightful section. I'm so grateful to be a part of this meeting. So my question is, I feel like I want the juju answer. I don't know. I want a strategy to being consistent. I feel like some of us have decided to lock in on our visions and our dreams on I'm serious and this is how I'm going to do it. I'm locking it. This is what I'm doing for the next 3 months. And at the end of the first month, the motivations keep going down. And it becomes like gradually you keep losing focus. And then it's not like I don't have the passion. It's not like I don't want to save life. It's not like I don't want to function in my calling. But the fact is that there's just that thing that keeps demotivating leaders, that keeps bringing us down. Is there a strategy? Is there a go-to list to keep I don't know, like to just stay consistent and get the thing done? That's my question, sir. Thank you.
Well. Good question as well. Let me say a few things. There is always the excitement of like doing big things from the get-go. So let's say you want to start reading. You could say, oh, I'm going to read 100 books this year. Many times that's not a bad thing to do. But usually, why don't you do it this way? I'm going to read the first book. And after I'm done with the first book, I'll read the second book. Now, your friends can easily keep you accountable to finish one book. But they might not be able to keep you accountable for finishing 100 books. But it's very possible that when you're on your 5th book, suddenly the internal impetus, you suddenly discover it. When you begin to see how better you interact during conversations, when you begin to see that when people are talking about some concept, you can easily relate. You suddenly start seeing the benefit of reading. And then it becomes now not something that, oh, because they say we have to read. It is now a thing of, wow, this reading thing actually works. Now I can hold more intelligent conversations. Oh boy, this is nice. And then what you find is that you begin to do that thing regularly. So start with the approach of I want to form a habit. For instance, if you want to maybe if you want to write, if you want to master writing, if you want to write, you can give yourself like I'm going to write for the next 7 days. 7 days is more easier to actually like achieve than you saying I'll write for the next 90 days. Right? Now, when you achieve 7 days, it becomes easier for you to set another 7 days for yourself. Okay, I'll do another 7 days. Now, what happens when you are doing the second 7 days and you want to lose motivation? You will remember that, oh, I completed 7 days the other time now. So why should I stop? So make your journey modular. Make it modular. I love the idea of modularity. So if I stack 7 days on 7 days on 7 days on another 7 days, do you know that I could do 70 days of writing and it would not have felt like, for instance, when I pray, sometimes when I have to pray long, right? When I have to pray long, I actually break the time I'm using to pray into 5-minute blocks. All I want to do is to complete the next 5 minutes. It's enough. Let me complete the next 5 minutes. So I pray, I complete 5 minutes. I pray, I complete the next 5 minutes. I pray, by the time I know it, 8 hours is gone. And I've broken it into just 5 minutes. 5 minutes is easier to persevere for and to persevere for 8 hours. So when I do the first 5 minutes, I'm already like, oh yeah, I did 5 minutes. I'm going to do the next 5 minutes. The next thing I've done 30 minutes. Now it's 7 hours, 30 minutes that is left. But I'm still thinking about it in terms of 5 minutes. That's what I do, right? I mean, at this level, I still do that. Because it's not every time you will feel like you want to do these things. But having the arc of modularity, just breaking it down, makes it, very, very, very different. I mean, the same way, if you want to practice giving or something like that, don't stand up one day and say, I'm going to give $1 million. Yes, you can have that as a big picture that I'll give $1 million one day, but you can start from giving 1,000 naira. You give 1,000 naira. There was a time for 100 days I was giving every single day for 100 days, and soon it made giving like a part of me. It made giving like almost second nature. Yeah, so I'll stop that. Yes. I think I can take one more question and then I'll have to go.
Okay, sir. You said you can take one more question. I think I saw Chuku Igwe's ends up before Oluwadotun. So Chuku Igwe, you can unmute. And Mr. Chuku Igwe, excuse me, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Okay, if you can hear me, Mr. Chuku Igwe, you are muted. Okay, I don't know. Mr. Chukwuge's ends are up, but he's not speaking. So I have to go to Mr. Oluwadotun Dennis. You can unmute yourself and ask a question, sir.
Sorry, I have issue with my phone. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm so happy for this program, this platform. It has really blessed my life. Yesterday, I was not able to finish up the section because I had a power outage on my phone like that. My battery was very low, so I was not able to finish. But I thank God I was able to finish this section. How do you deal with this problem? Thank you for the speaker. For the speaker, don't just sit to all the topics. Like, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So I have this thing like this feeling. It's not fear. I don't know if it's fear or something. Like I'm not good enough. Like after listening to so many speakers, like I want to be a motivational speaker and maybe an author like that. But after listening to my mentors and people I'm looking ahead of my life, like I'll be feeling like I'm not good enough. Like I was privileged to read several books of my Smuron. Then I was trying to write a book, and I look at high level of capturing and fiction and all stuff like that. I say I'm not qualified to write yet, so I think. So how do you deal with that fear of not good enough? Not good. You're trying to do something new. You're feeling like not good enough. Trying to start up something, feeling like not good enough. Like I used to have this not good enough stuff like that. It has hindered me not to try so many things I want to do. So how do you deal with that? How do you deal with that issue? Is it a problem? Or is it fear? I just know. Please, I want you to buttress more on this, sir. Thank you.
All right. Good question. So the truth is that every person started as a novice. Nobody came into the world as an expert. Everybody started from somewhere. Either I'm speaking with you, there was a time when I couldn't stand before people to speak. I would basically be sweating and avoid eye contact throughout the time I'm speaking. Well, I mean, again, when necessity is one key thing. I was saying it yesterday during the screening. If I had my way, I could be by myself for the next 1 year, in the sense that I don't like, if I had my way, I could be indoors for a full year without going anywhere. It would not, I won't feel bored, I won't feel cramped. As long as I have books, I have the internet. I mean, and even if I have some internet blackouts, I could actually like survive internet blackouts with books with me, physical books. I'll read. And then, but I have learned to speak over the years, gradually. I was not as polished as this before. I've learned to speak, and I'm still learning because, for instance, if you know the man called Dan Olabi, you know he's an exceptional speaker. Dan will tell me that I am an exceptional speaker. But I'm like, man, when I see you, I'm still like, this is exceptional, right? Because Dan knows how to pace his words, knows how to, the inflections, all of that, the pauses, the storytelling, amazing. Last year, we spoke together on the same stage in the US, and I saw how we approach preparation for a session. Very, very, very intense preparation. And it was obvious in what he presented. So when you see your mentors and they see the heights they've attained, don't see it as a threat to you. Don't see it as like an invalidation of your own aspirations. See it as proof that it is possible. If this person got to this place, it doesn't have two words. He didn't start as an expert. He must have grown in it. It means that it's also possible for me to grow to that level of proficiency. That's how it is. Everybody you see who is doing exceptionally well today that you admire did not start that way. They had their many losses, they had their many failures, they had their many embarrassing moments, but they kept at it. They kept at it. They kept at it. So I will counsel you, please don't see your mentors and how they are doing as an invalidation of your own aspirations or what's possible. Rather see it as an encouragement that if they could do it, since they don't have two heads, then you can also do the same thing. Yeah. Then there's this scripture that says, study to show yourself approved, a workman that needs not be ashamed. In essence, right preparation is what will ensure you are not ashamed. A lot of times it is lack of preparation that brings shame to a person. So if you prepare aright, you want to write poems and all of that, go and start writing. Get yourself into the company of people that are writing poetry. Get yourself into the company of people that can read your poetry and say, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. And you won't take it personal. Feedback is very important for mastery. Criticisms, very important. Not is constructive criticism anyway. Yeah, but it's very important for mastery. Anyone you see who shrinks from feedback, who doesn't want to hear that, oh, you could have done this better, just be sure that that person can never attain mastery. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yes, I'm done. Yeah, that's my response.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. God bless you, sir. Mr. Oluwadotin Dennis, we are so sorry. We will not be able to take your questions now, but all the links to Mr. Jesudamilare's social media handles are in the comment section right now, and you can click, give him a follow, and his DMs are open for your questions that he would not be able to answer now. And if you loved everything you just said from Mr. Jesudamilare, there is more where that came from. So I want to encourage all of us that this is definitely someone worth following. If you are going to be scrolling and using your time on social media and having an healthy relationship with the media, then you definitely want to follow Mr. Jesudamilare. Okay, so please, the links appear in the comment section now. Do well to connect. Do well to connect with him. Thank you so much, sir. Can we just say thank you, sir? Can we just let him know how grateful we are for him taking his time to pour into us?
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless you, sir. So if your hands are still raised, you can drop your hands now. Before we move on to the next agenda, the next point on our agenda, okay, yes, we are still bringing in our thank yous, thank yous, thank yous, thank you. Thank you so much, that we are so grateful. God bless you, sir. I want us to do something very meaningful now. I want you to go to the comment section and I want you to connect with somebody. I want you to connect with a visionary leader. I don't want you to leave Visionary Leadership Summit 2025 without building a network of like-minded people. If you are building something worthwhile, then you need a community of visionaries, like Mr. Jesudamilare just said. He said, if you want to write, get yourself into a community of poets that can give you constructive criticism and not destructive criticism. So right now, I want you to put in the comment section your name, quick name that we can remember, what you do, and just watch the magic that happens as you connect to someone, to a like-minded visionary. This is the NextGen Leadership Summit, and we are intentional about connecting with each other beyond this form. So I'm waiting for us to make a long-lasting impression. I want us to make a meaningful connection tonight. I believe that we are typing in the comment section now. We are typing, we are commenting, we are introducing ourselves, and we are saying what we do. And you are going to intentionally do that strategically to connect with someone that is a like-minded visionary. Okay, I see I'm Augustine Chukwigwe. Okay, what do you do, Mr. Chukwigwe? What do you do, and who are the people that you'd like to connect with? Okay, so I see Joanna Ilemobayo. She's an advocate for children and teenagers living with sickle cell disease. Her LinkedIn handle is simply Joanna Mobile. Okay, so if you are interested or your work is closely related to anything in advocacy related, you can connect with Miss Joanna on Joanna Mobile. I'm seeing Deborah Payne, Olagola. Yes, we see your names. Your Google Meet already carries your name tag. We want to know what you do and how we can connect with you. Okay, your Google Meet already carries your name tag. Okay, so please just tell us your name, tell us what you do, and how we can connect with you. You never know who is on this call or who could even need your services. Mr. David, I can see that yes, you are David, because when you sent the message, it came out with your name. Okay, so we want to know beyond your name. So I can see Angel here. She's a fourth-year medical student. She's a medical educator. She creates odds, bricks, and sites to provide opportunities for medical students beyond medical school. And that's our LinkedIn link right there. Okay. So I can see Mr. Jesudamilare is a researcher and bioinformatics enthusiast, a tutor. Okay, so to keep it engaging, let us just keep on introducing ourselves. Maryland is a first-year medical student. She's a digital marketer. Just keep on reading. You never know. You'll find someone amazing, a visionary just like yourself. We have over 70 of us on this call, and on behalf of the organizers of the NextGen Leadership Summit, I'd like to say a big thank you for honoring our invitation. As I said earlier, there is no us without you. Thank you for giving us a good look. You came in your numbers. And for the people who came to this call first, who facilitated people coming to this call by sowing a seed and putting this on their status, you see that you've made the right choice. And now you can tell those people to thank you later when the fruits begin to pay off in the future. So right now, we'd love to hear how we can serve you better. The link is going to appear in the comment section now for you to give us a feedback on how amazing today's session was and the loopholes and the things that we can do better just so we can serve you better. This is all about you. We honor you. We truly appreciate your presence and we celebrate you. On behalf of the conveners, this is the NextGen Leadership Summit 2025, the first of its kind, and we are gradually coming to a close. This is day 2, and as you can see, it's been truly inspiring, auspicious. It's been mind-blowing. It's been enlightening. What's the English? It's been magnifying. It's been electrifying. If you are quite spiritual, you would have seen that social media conversation was one of consecration, having an healthy relationship with the media. He said he was away from the media platform for 5 years, so that everything that he has built is healthy without the criticisms and the scrutinies of other people. So I really hope that your notepads are full, just like mine is full. And we want to hear your feedbacks. We want to hear your feedbacks on what stood out to you. What your feedbacks will do for us is that it will help us to reach out to more people who, through your testimonies, would be blessed to join us in the NextGen Leadership Summit, because we are truly building something that is just beyond us in this community. Once again, my name is Usayomi Babalala, and I'm truly honored, truly honored to serve as your compere tonight. So let's start filling the feedback form. Let's start filling the feedback form right now. And as we do that, as we are filling the feedback form, we have our eyes on the back end. So I'm going to get a response. I'm just going to check to see that, yes, you can connect with me on my social media handles there. Thank you so much, NextGen team. All right. So are the responses coming in through the feedback form? Can I get a response in the comment section if the feedback is really coming in, if the feedback is really coming in? Wow, she's a digital marketer, Deborah Payne. Wow, amazing. So someone, okay, so the responses are coming in. I just got a yes. How well are the responses we've gotten so far? Because we have 55 of us on this call. And if you would stay to the end, you would find out amazing ways that you can not only connect with us further, but get the recordings of yesterday, just in case you missed it, and today, along with an exclusive edition of the slides of our speakers. Now, do you see that we've taken it to another level? Okay, so just stay with us to the very end. Please, we need your feedback. This is your way of saying thank you. Beyond saying thank you in the comment section, saying thank you with your mouth to the speakers, this is one way that you honor their commitment, their time, and their sacrifice when they could have been somewhere else by just taking 2 minutes, 1 minute of your time to leave a feedback that will bless and inspire someone to come and be blessed as you were, and that would also help us serve you better. So NextGen, in the comment section right now, let me know if the responses are coming in well, because right now I'll be moving to the next point on our agenda. Okay, so are the responses coming in? NextGen, talk to me. And as we are connecting in the comment section, I want us to make sure that you are reading people's chats so that you will intentionally know how to connect with the people who do what you do. Like-minded visionaries, at least you know that you came to this summit and you didn't just leave without connecting to someone that you will look back in the future and say, I remember when we were down there, but now we've climbed the ladder up together. We made it. The NextGen Leadership Summit 2025 will be your reference point of greatness. But now, do you want to be a part of the story that we are telling? One way that you can be a part of the story that we are telling is by leaving us a feedback. Okay? All right. Okay, so right now I would be hearing from the man behind the vision. We'll be hearing from Mr. Olufemi Amusa. So please, ladies and gentlemen, with the same energy we started from NextGen Leadership Summit, would you put your hands together, your virtual hands together? I want to hear you put your hands together. A round of applause for the man behind the vision, Mr. Olufemi Amusa. You have the floor, sir.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Grace Oluwapusayami. Thank you so much, everybody, for staying on the call even till now. I just like I said before the meeting started, that it's going to be an awesome experience and a definite shift for everyone on the call. I am very sure that just exactly the same way I said it must have happened. You must have experienced a shift in your thinking, in your understanding, in your capacity to conceive a vision, in how to receive burden and how to take action. Thank you so much. Shortly, I want to pass our two major informations across, and I think it is really important. The first thing I want to talk about is so we at NextGen Leadership Network, we have our annual training. We call it NextGen Leadership Training, and we've had 1.0. And next year we'll be having another one, which is our NextGen Leadership Training 2.0. And this is a complex module that we've already made up, and we created, and we converted it into a simple, practical step on how to become a leadership trainer. So pretty much it's divided into two phases, where you are equipped training for about a week, and then you are also given, you are followed up with a lot of materials and everything that's going to make you a complete trainer. And we also support you and give you some projects that you hacked on, and where you get a certificate after you are done carrying out all of those projects. But you are going to get more info about that. So I would say that just look, you should pay attention, and then please, if you are not on the community platform, I will encourage you to find your way to join the community platform, because many of those informations will also be coming on our way and be passed across on the platform. So please, I want someone to put the link to join the platform on this chat box, so that people that are on this call but are not on that platform can easily make use of it to join. Then the second thing is, if you want to partner with us, if you are maybe either a university student from any university in Nigeria, and you want to work with us, you want us to, we are looking at partnering with students from different universities in Nigeria. Right now, we have only, we've already established in Lautech Ogbomoso, but we want to extend our reach to other schools. So we want to say, if you're on our platform or not, please, if you're on our platform, just we're going to out a form that you can fill in order to be able to reach us. But also, if you are not on the platform, please find your way around it to be able to do that. And also, another way you can do it is that I'm going to put a phone number now on this box that you can reach out to. Okay, so yeah, someone should help me to put a phone number that they can reach out to if you want to partner with us, or if you want us to partner with you to establish something meaningful as regard NextGen leadership training and NextGen leadership network programs in your community, in your school. So we want you to reach out to us, share the link that we're going to send on the community page, or reach out to a number that is going to show on the chat box. You will copy it and then send a message to us, and we will be more than willing to partner with you and work with you and to see what we can establish on your campus. Right. So those are the two major important information that I want to pass across. Thank you once again. Thank you once again for staying on the call till now. I will be handing over back now to my amazing compere.
Thank you so much, sir. You heard it from the founder himself. NextGen Leadership Summit is organizing leadership training. So in whatever capacity that you would love for that to take place in your organization, the links, the contact info are in the comment section. Very quickly, for the next 2 minutes, to give us our vote of thanks, because I can only try to say how amazing we all are for showing up today, but it's not in my capacity again to officially thank you on behalf of NextGen. So right now, I'll be yielding the microphone to the COO of the NextGen Leadership Summit, is Francisca Olajide. You have the floor, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Ms. Grace Oluwabusayomi. Good evening, everybody. How are we all doing? It has been a wonderful time since yesterday, and I'm so glad I'm a part of this, and I'm so glad we are all in attendance. All right, so thanks so much once again for staying with us to this moment. On behalf of the entire NextGen Leadership Network team, we sincerely appreciate you for your time, for your presence, and your commitment throughout the whole summit from yesterday till now. We say a very big thank you to our speakers in absentia, Mr. Sam Ashaolu, Mr. Sam Naik, and then our very own Jesudamilare Adesegun David. Thank you so much, sir. We thank them for sharing such powerful insights, experiences, and leadership lessons with us. Their contribution have truly enriched us. It has strengthened our collective understanding of what leadership is, what services, and what nation building is. All right, so as we wrap up this summit today, we kindly ask everyone, just like my compere has been saying, to take a few minutes to complete our feedback survey. Sincerely, your honest response will help us evaluate this summit and improve our future programs, just like the founder has said that we have a lot of programs coming up, so we really want to serve you better, and there's no way we serve you better without we knowing what you want. All right, so we want each and every one of us to fill the survey form. The survey link has been shared in the chat box. Please take your time to respond to it. Your feedback truly matters to us. We also encourage everyone to connect with our speakers and our founders on their social media handles. The handle is already in the chat box. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you once again for being part of this journey with us. We look forward to engaging with you in our future programs and initiatives. Thank you.
Thank you so much. A round of applause for our COO, please. A round of applause, a round of applause. A round of applause. Let us celebrate her. And that was really amazing. Thank you, Treasure. Thank you, Treasure. Thank you, Mr. Lamde. Thank you, Mr. David Williams. Thank you, Blessings. When you celebrate people like that, you yourself will be celebrated. That was truly brave, and now we know what to do. Now you see that we do not take you for granted. We are truly grateful that you honored our invitation, that you are a part of what we are building, okay? So for the people who are saying that the links are not working, you might have to leave the call and join again, because it's an issue from your end if you're not able to click the links, because the links are working quite all right. At this point, we are gradually coming to a close. This is the NextGen Leadership Summit once again, and the theme for this first edition is the power of the visionary youth. And we started yesterday. We had two amazing speakers, Mr. Sam Ashaulu. We had Mr. Sam Naike afterwards, the incredible consultant and mass communicator. And then today we were blessed and honored, as you all have seen, to host the presence of JD, our very own Jesudamilare, Adesegun David. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of what we came here to do. On behalf of the founder, the CEO, the volunteers, the partners, everyone, the speakers, I just want to say a very big thank you for lending your presence. You all are the real VIPs or the MVPs, I would say. I don't know, but thank you so much. If you'd like to connect to this amazing voice that you've heard throughout this evening, my social media handles are Busayomi Babalola on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever it is you want to connect with me. And you can always drop a DM for your next event, and I'll be truly happy to lend my voice to your vision. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we've turned every single stone. This meeting will be on for 5 minutes after you are officially dismissed, to leave space for you to click the links. And if you are interested in the recordings of yesterday's meeting and today's meeting, then you should be clicking on the WhatsApp link to join the community, because that is where the links to the recordings for you to have access to will be dropped. Now, before I say good night, can you just say thank you so much? Thank you so much to the organizers who brought this together at no cost in this economy in Nigeria. They brought this together. Speakers that actually was hundreds of dollars in real sense, invited to the United States, Kenya, Rwanda, Kigali, as you said, came to speak to us tonight from the well of their wisdom, well of years of experience at no cost to you. And you showed up amazingly. Can you just say thank you? Can you just say thank you to the convener? Can you just say thank you to the founder? Thank you so much, sir, for your leadership and your visionary insight. On your mandate we stand, as we usually say. All right. Once again, my name is Busayomi Babalola. And ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this auspicious occasion, and it has been my absolute honor serving as your compare. This event has been eye-opening, mind-blowing, as you've said in the feedback, and it can only get better. So make sure you stay connected to us. Make sure you stay safe in Nigeria. Make sure you stay connected to the vision that you are building, shutting out outside noise and looking at the metrics that truly matter. Make sure that you have where you reenact your vision to see if you're still in line with what you've been called to do in the first place. Make sure you are in a community of like-minded people. Make sure that you are doing what God has called you to do. And if you don't know what you've been called to do, make sure you take out time to find that out. And when you find that out, write out your vision statement. Most importantly, make sure that the notes from tonight's meeting, you revisit them over and over and again, because that is the way you will truly remember everything that I said, and that is the way this night would live even into your future. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here with us. We love you, we honor you, we celebrate the visionary leaders that you are. And from all of us, from everyone at the NextGen Leadership Network, we say to you that we can't wait to see what you build. We can't wait to see how your vision will transform not only your community, your state, but the nation, Africa, and the whole world at large. So to you, we say, go out there, keep building, keep being amazing. Don't give up, don't let down, don't stop pushing for what God has laid in your heart. Generate burdens tonight before you go to sleep, and watch the world follow your vision. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us. Good night. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. Honestly, I want to especially appreciate some people that are still on this call even till now. First of all, I want to appreciate all the executive of our NextGen National Network, those that have been doing amazing work behind the scene that we did not see. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Samuel, Princess, Daniel, Francisca, Andrew, Precious, Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, everybody. So grateful. My friends, everyone on this call, thank you. I can still see some of my friends still stay on the call even till now. I can still see. I don't want to mention names, because a lot of have joined, but I still see Shemi. I see Precious, see Favor, see Grace, see Lesomin, see Lugard, see Mr. Rolas, see Emmanuel, see Olayinka Deoye, see Omolade Makinde, see Perus Joshua, see Abaton, see Sharon, see Toby, see Treasure. I can just go on and on and on and on. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Such a privilege to be doing this with you guys. Thank you. Do have a lovely weekend.